Welcome back to Ringer Tailgate, the Wednesday edition of the show. It is the CFP Championship, and we are here to preview it all. But first and foremost, let's say what's up to Van Lathan. Van, how's it going, man?
What up, what up, what up, what up? This is the crescendo of the college football season. We're on the precipice of crowning a new champion. There's so much going on in the sport. I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm fired up. Can't wait to get there. We also got Joel Anderson in the place to be. Joel, what's up?
Hey,
oh, what's up? Yeah, man. I'm good. I'm good, man. You know, I'm just ready to get into it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Joel, you said you were nervous before we started the show. Can you break the fourth wall for the people? What's going on?
I told you. I don't know. It could be my anti-anxiety medication. It could just be that I just kind of came into the day. I actually feel very prepared in terms of the show, but just, I don't know. There's just a little unease that I feel. I don't know. Maybe it's the state of the world. Who knows?
Can I ask you something?
Yeah. Well,
do you need extra care today? Is that possible? We'll look out for you. I mean, the Duke is ready to do that.
Extra care is always nice. Oh, you know? Yeah, extra care is always nice. I try to treat people like that.
Can we take extra care of Joel today? Duke is in a new studio. Can we take extra care
Shout
of Joel
out to
today?
Billy Gill. Yeah. What's up, Billy?
Hey, Joel, how's it going?
Well, I already said it. I just said it.
Well, I'm worried about you because before we started recording,
worried.
you went on this whole mission to get batteries for something. You came back with the wrong batteries, and you had to leave to go get water. Put it in your water bottle. Can I ask you something about that water bottle? Because it's been a topic of discussion behind the scenes. Where did you get that water bottle? Because it looks kind of like a child's water bottle.
It's a football, right?
Yeah,
it's a football.
It's a football. I ordered it on Amazon. So there's two reasons I got it. One, I got it before the season because I was just like, well, I'm gonna have like I got a football themed pillow over here on my couch that my mom got for me. But all right, so I got
Joel's mom's got the lava lamps, the pillows,
the football. My mom loves me, man. I'm an only child.
I know. I love that.
Did she think you were like starting a new school or something?
I mean, she's really big.
Let's do some housekeeping quickly for the people at home. There was a conversation we had, about a month ago, talking about what our plans were for the championship game. We put in for requests. There was only one accepted request. The powers that be in CFB said Joel Anderson, who is raising the roof right now, he is allowed to come to the game because he is capital J. The rest of us were deciding what we're going to do. Was Joel going to leave us, desert us, become a press boxer, or stay a tailgater? We have come to the conclusion that Joel Anderson is going to be a part of the Fantastic Four. Going back to what Van said, we're all going to be together in Los Angeles, in studio, in the theater, at Spotify, watching the game. So that is the update.
That's to happen. Monday
real sacrifice.
Monday night. I'm taking care of the entertainment. I got food coming. I got entertainment coming. Yeah, I got some. I'm taking care of all of it. And so, don't worry about it. It's turned up. We just put it to you like this. We're bringing Miami to Spotify.
Oh,
that's popping. We drinking. We got some him. And Don coming. We going crazy.
I like that. Okay.
Like when the Duke leaves, he won't have a family anymore.
Oh no.
I don't know if I like that. Like, when you say you're providing food, is this like when you provided food for Joel's dad at the
that's right.
or whatever?
Still waiting.
I don't know what was supposed to happen with that. I think I got confused. Joe.
He's still living in the same place.
I gotta make sure that I give him.
Come on.
I gotta make sure that I said so. He'll give some barbecue. I owe your dad some meat. I'm gonna make sure he gets his meat.
What?
You don't have to say it that way, but that's fine. But yeah, do what you said you were gonna do, dog. I'm sure he would love to have some barbecue. He always complained about the food in that place.
Okay, I'll send him some.
Yeah, let's hope so. Maybe that's an off-season move. But again, the show is live. The show is active. We're going to be together in person in Los Angeles, reacting to the game. So we're going to go live in studio. So for everybody that was wondering what was going to happen, would Joel desert us? Joel was the bigger man. So Joel, I want to give you some credit by sacrificing. It, Billy did get rid of your credentials, so you didn't really have much of a choice. But
well, I mean, we did it up after it was clear that I was going to be a good teammate. But man. So it is a sacrifice. A lot of people have asked me if I'm going to be in Miami. And I was like, no, I'm not going to be in Miami this year. But
you could have said it positively. You could be like, I'm actually going to be in LA.
Well,
with
I mean,
the Tailgate show. We're going to be going live. Van's going to provide entertainment and food.
I didn't know about the entertainment until now. But yeah, man,
I got you.
I look forward to the LA thing. But Miami is kind of like a reunion for college football writers and stuff. Like just the one time a year that you probably gonna see, a Pat Forty,
I see him at the Final Four. He's
Bruce
around.
Bruce Feldman, who is a huge R&B fan, bro. Oh my God.
Who's his favorite artist? Do you know?
Oh my God. Man, I'm trying to remember if you were talking about Kool and the Gang, it was some shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he spent 10 minutes once telling me about this great performance that Anthony Hamilton gave somewhere in New England. Like he was a huge Anthony Hamilton fan. And I was like, this is not a put on. Bruce Feldman fucks with R&B heavy, dog.
You know what?
Heavy.
I don't like that type of shit.
Did you feel a little profile when he started telling you about his
R&B?
I asked him because somebody told me that he was one. Bomani
I don't like that type
told me
of
he
shit,
was
man.
one. Bomani told me that Bruce was into it. And I was
it's
just kind of like,
what? I don't go to the white boys and go, yeah, bro, I fuck with Metallica.
I like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't like that type of shit. People coming up to you, hey man, remember that H-Town Knock on the Boots record, 1994? I love that. I'm like, I don't like that type of shit. I feel I get that is a commonality that you share with someone, but typically I get off-put when they do that, and they do it a lot.
Wait, so am I at fault here? Is Bruce at fault?
Nobody's at fault. Nobody's at fault.
Okay.
Bruce is trying to be a good
he ain't
American.
trying to do nothing. This is authentically Bruce.
This is Bruce. What I'm saying is he's Bruce. Talking to you about this stuff because he knows, I bet you it's not 10 white boys that can tell you about Bruce's experience at the Anthony Hamilton concert.
Let me bring something up. All right, Tate, Billy, what's your favorite Anthony Hamilton song?
I'm not really an Anthony Hamilton guy.
He's a North Carolina guy, Tate.
I mean, I like Anthony Hamilton because he's from North Carolina, but I don't really have a track that comes.
Yeah. All right, Billy, what about you?
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
So did you bring up Anthony Hamilton? Or
yeah, that's
Bruce
the question.
He brought up Anthony Hamilton, but I was like, Bomani was like, he was a big R&B fan. He was like, no, he's real deal in that shit. Bomani used to be a music journalist. And so I just brought it up. I was like, yo, I heard you really into such and such. And he's like, oh yeah. And it just, he did not bring it up. I had to bring it up. But then once we started talking about it, boom, we really got into it.
I'm gonna see if I have an Anthony Hamilton song.
Y'all talked about Obama and Oprah.
No. Nah. I ain't like you calling Josh Pate to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's not what
me and Josh Pate was talking about.
Oh, okay.
It was the opposite, nigga.
Oh,
Shout
really?
out to my guy Josh, but we weren't talking about that at all. We were talking about like some politics stuff. Me and Josh go way back though. That's my man.
Y'all go way back? Okay.
All right. Yeah, we go way back. As way back as we could go. All right, what we into?
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
One big prediction. We got the CFP championship game, and we got some facts for you as we head into this. Indiana's first national championship appearance in program history. Miami, they've won 5 national championships, but it's their first time being back in the national championship game since 2003. And with the win, if Indiana, the Hoosiers, who Van has said we should make a movie for if they do win this game, if they win, this would join them with Yale as the only team in major college football history to finish the season 16-0. The last time that happened was 1894. So that is what we're talking about. We got history here. Indiana on one side, Miami trying to recreate a new history. They said the U is not back. The U is moving forward, and they're here now. So there you go. That sets the stage. One big prediction. Let's start here, Van. I turn to you. We're going to get into the minutia of the game, but just one big prediction that you expect to see from this game on Monday night.
I expect to see Miami break the string of dominating wins from Indiana. I think Miami is a team that it's difficult to dominate because of the style of football that they play, right? They're going to be competitive in the trenches. They're going to get after your quarterback, make you do some creative things. I think Miami is going to be in this game, seriously.
I'm right there with you. Miami, by the way, 12 sacks in their first 2 games in the CFP, only 1 sack against Ole Miss. So Ole Miss, if you look on tape, they figured something out. And if you watch the game back, they figured out how to hold and get away with it.
They figured out holding is what they figured out. They figured out how to fucking hold it.
Make them call it.
We'll see if that works again. They did have a sack on their first possession. Miami did, but no sacks after that. So something to look into. I think that's a good call in the trenches. Joel, one big prediction, or maybe just react to what Van said, and then we can get into your prediction.
Well, yeah. Well, let me just say this. I think that. Oh man. Okay, so I wasn't prepared to respond to Van because I thought
you don't have to. You can do your prediction.
Y'all had talked that up already.
Yeah.
And I was ready to move on to my thing. Okay.
All right. Move on. Don't be nervous.
Okay.
Move
my
on.
bad. I told you I was nervous when we came into the show, man. So, the biggest penalty in the game.
Did you drink some water?
Joel, what is happening?
Joel, drink some water.
Yeah.
Give yourself a break.
Drink some water. Get some energy. All right.
Billy, if you feel like you need to step in at any point,
it's good that we don't. It's good that we're not extra professional on this show because otherwise we'd be out to a real rough start. Yeah. But anyway,
you're supposed to be professional though. Like we're not by default.
Come on, Billy.
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. let's talk through this.
I've mentioned many times that I feel a sense of unease. I'm not okay.
Joe, please talk about football right now. Like okay, please. Yeah, thank you.
The biggest penalty in the game happened last week. The targeting call in the fourth quarter against Xavier Lucas, the Miami cornerback. Remember, it was a targeting call in the fourth quarter of the Ole Miss game.
Yep.
Bad call. NCAA again. Please change targeting in the offseason. Like, it is way too punitive. I understand what they're trying to do, but at this point, it is way too punitive. It has way too much effect on the game that is currently happening and then the game to follow, because Xavier Lucas is not going to come in the national championship game until after halftime. And so I'm certain Miami has a chance to prepare, scheme things up. You know, they had a fairly deep defensive backfield, but they're already dealing with injuries to O.J. Frederick and Damari Brown. Just earlier today, Mario Cristobal said that those guys are day-to-day, which means they're not 100% healthy, right? So you lose a 12-game starter or whatever. I mean, how many games has Miami played now? Well, I think he only started 12 of the 14. You have a 12-game starter who's not going to play the first half. You've already got defensive back injuries. You're playing against the most complete team in the country. That's just not the way that I would want to go into a national championship game. And I think it's going to take a real toll. Like, having a hurt, injured, penalized defensive backfield against a Heisman Trophy winner who has been playing better than he been all season right now. Like, he's just the best he played. That is a really bad time to have that issue.
I agree. What I wonder is, first of all, if it's going to happen to any team, Miami is the type of team that can compensate for it with the pass rush.
Right.
So if the stars for Miami show up in the front seven, if the pass rushers show up, they're the type of team that can give more inexperienced guys in the secondary a little bit of a breather.
Right.
Or can make it a little bit easier for them if, in fact, those guys up front can wreak havoc. It just puts more pressure on them to do so.
Right. Yeah. It very much helps if you're going to have the problems on the back end that Miami is having. It helps to have the best pass rush in the country, right? And so they've got that. Like, that's like, there's not near anybody fucking with them on that. But it's still just, a very, very rough way. And I mean, man, look, the thing that makes it tough, and this is why Indiana is a great team. Like, I'm of the mind now that they are legitimately a great team, not just a good team for this year. The quarterback in the country, best at handling pressure, according to grade and everything else, Fernando Mendoza. So it's like they're even equipped to handle what Miami might bring to them on Monday, right? So, like, say things break down, left tackle Carter Smith has a rough night or whatever, you still got a guy who excels against the pass rush. So, again, I said last week, I thought that Indiana was going to walk in this one. I don't believe that anymore. Like, I think Van is right that it'll probably be a closer game just because that's how national championships are. Just the reality of college football, man. Like, how many times you watch a game and everybody's tight for the first quarter, right? They trade punts, stuff like that. And it's like teams kind of settle in. And I don't think that Miami is so talented, has such a good pass rush. They still might have the best lines in the game. Like, that gives them a chance every game. Like, they're just not going, nobody's just going to beat them up and embarrass them. And that hasn't happened to them this year. So that's the kind of, I'm just thinking, well, in retrospect, when I think about it, they're not going to get their ass kicked. I don't think it's possible to kick the ass of a team with that tough of a team and that's that strong up the middle. So, yeah, I've adjusted that. I still think that Indiana's going to win, though.
One thing I did want to flag just for Indiana, especially on offense, because we talked about Mendoza, obviously Mendoza homecoming, Christopher Columbus, high school graduate. This is he said if you look on a map at where, Miami is, the campus, his house is like visible on the map. That's how close he lived. And he wanted to play at Miami. He was told he could walk on by Manny Diaz. So this is kind of a get back game for Fernando Mendoza at some level. But the real conversation about this offense is running the football. When they've averaged over 4.5 yards per carry, they've been basically undeniable and unbeatable because then they get in short, situations on third down, second down, and then Fernando Mendoza has been able to cook. So if Miami is able to curb the ability of Indiana to run the football, that feels like the real determinant in who is going to win this game. So, I mean, for me, I feel like as much as we're going to talk about Mendoza, the rushing game for Indiana is a real big talking point.
It is a big talking point, right? It always is a big talking point because it's a part of the physical brand of football that they play. They are crushers. They crush you along the lines.
Their center won the MVP in the Rose Bowl. I mean, we didn't even talk about that enough. Yeah.
Right. They crush you along the lines, hat on a hat, push you back, and then wait for you to fold. And even honestly, in the passing game, they don't rely on a ton of separation in order to get what they want in the passing game. They rely on the ability for Mendoza to throw back shoulder balls and really the physicality of the big receivers that they have, the timing that they've had with the quarterbacks and the receivers to make some really tough catches in traffic when they need somebody to come up big, right? When the offense is operating on all cylinders for Indiana, it's not guys running around in wide open spaces and stuff like that. It's them legitimately taking from the defense what it is that they want, playing in a way that minimizes mistakes on their part, but then maximizes the way that they actually dominate because they take it from you physically. Once again, if they can do that along the lines, the game can get away from Miami. I don't know that they can. And I wonder if there is a part of me, the question I would ask to you guys, who's proven themselves more during this playoff run? Has Indiana proved themselves more or has Miami proved themselves more? Indiana came in as the undefeated number one team in college football. I don't think that we believed in them as much as maybe we thought that we did. Miami came in an incredibly flawed football team. Questions all over the place. But they've played at a level that I don't know that many people thought that they could play at.
Yeah, I mean, they've always had the talent. The issue was would it ever come together? And when in those closing moments when Mario Cristobal needs to make a timeout decision or Carson Beck needs to decide, do I need to check down or do I think I can make that throw? Would they crumble? And they've not done that. They've looked as good and as suffocating as anybody. Yeah, I mean, their resume, man, at Kyle Field, Ohio State, and then Ole Miss. Yeah. That's a really good resume, man.
That's 3 killers in a row.
That's 3 killers in a row, man. Now again, that A&M game was kind of up for grabs late. Like for me, remember now, the A&M could have easily won that game. So again, the margins are really small in this game, and I think that Miami is so good on the lines that it'll have them in every game, and they'll give every team a little bit of help, but they're just unreliable enough that they could also lose to any of these guys. And that's why the one thing that they can rely on, and, I know Todd McShay talking about Carson Beck might be QB2 in the draft. Okay. I mean,
can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? All jokes aside, what's going on with this? What? You want to smoke with Todd?
No, I want Todd to walk me through his all 22. So I want to chart a game with Todd. Todd, do you hear me, man? I guess I could ask Connor. Connor knows Todd and could talk to him about that. I want to chart a game with Todd.
You don't need a middleman. Yeah, Frank Lucas cut out the middleman. Go straight
that's
to
right,
Todd.
Billy. Do you know Todd? Never
It's
gonna
never gonna
says
happen.
Billy.
So
Okay.
I mean, I guess the question is Todd McShay, who is a player evaluator.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, and I'm not asking you to acquiesce to authority or anything like that, but do you feel like that you have the knowledge to go back and forth in terms of evaluation with the Todd McShay? Do you feel like you have something that is there something you see that he's missing?
I would never put my expertise up against his in terms of like the knowledge base of everybody that's in the draft eligible, you know, what teams might do. Like he got the Shedeur Sanders thing pretty much dead on last year, right? Like he was one of the first people that said, I don't think this guy is going to do what people say that he's going to. So you got to give him that.
I mean, he ended up starting for the Browns.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like Derek Coleman said, whoop de damn do, you know? I mean,
I thought Shedeur overachieved for a fifth round pick, but I don't know.
Man.
That's me.
I mean, that dude has his name up in the rafters at the University of Colorado, bro. Like, I mean, either like the thing is, it can't be well, he should have been a first round pick, or he did pretty good for a fifth round pick. Like, which is it? You know, when it comes to Shedeur. I hope Shedeur succeeds. I know that a lot of people are very heavily invested in his success. Good for him. I hope it works out. But the point is that Todd got it right.
Well, where did you have him in your talent evaluation?
Well,
you know more than Todd.
Well, my Carson Beck, I don't have him as my QB too.
No. Where'd you have Shedeur?
Well, I believe, like a lot of other people, I believe the reporting, and I saw him play and do pretty well at a school that had not had a lot of talent previous to him. And I thought, yeah, I could see first round pick. I didn't think top 10. I thought like the Steelers were going to take him, right? I think the Steelers picked at 21 last year, and I was like, I could see that happening. Mike Tomlin could use a quarterback. You know, at that point, they hadn't signed A-Rod. So I was just like, maybe they'll get Shedeur. But,
where do you have Carson Beck going this year?
Yeah, I think that's
well, I don't
the real
have
question.
him. See, I don't have him going in the first round or anything like that. Okay, and I don't know what team he would be. Okay, you want me to go through my top three? You want to do a Joel Anderson top three QB prospects?
Yeah.
Fernando Mendoza.
Okay.
Okay. Dante Moore.
Who's out of the draft. He's coming back.
Oh, he's out in the draft. He just was that.
Yeah,
that was today.
Oh, boy.
Just announced. He's going back to Oregon.
Okay, hold on. We'll see who other quarterbacks we got. Ty Simpson.
Ty Simpson ahead of Carson
be my
Beck.
QB too.
Ty Simpson, I can see that. Okay.
Ty Simpson will probably be my QB too. Well, that's enough.
Wait, did two of your three?
Subscribe to my newsletter.
I don't think that the way to get on with Todd is to not know any of the other quarterbacks and take a shot at Todd every time you get an opportunity.
Okay, hold on, dog. Let me just make sure. Okay, here we go. All right, you want me to give you? I'll round out my top 5 here.
Okay. Think about all the guys who are draft eligible here.
Okay. Well, yeah.
And this is before any of the testing. This is before any of the combine stuff. Okay, who are you going with?
Just yeah. Okay.
By the way, Carson Beck was number 1 on the board last year.
Listen,
Joel's
big board. This is my big board.
Big board.
Fernando Mendoza. Top prospect in the draft.
Good
top prospect.
I think a lower ceiling, but a higher floor. Okay.
There you go. You give us a little blur.
Good terminology.
Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Ty Simpson. My number 2 quarterback. Okay. Lots of room for growth. Very athletic. Can make all the throws. He struggled a little bit down.
Kind of athletic.
Okay.
Yeah. You wouldn't say very athletic. Very athletic. You would reserve.
He is Joel's big daddy, though.
All right.
I think he has good feet. He moves well in the pocket. Can make all the throws.
Okay. Now you're just saying shit.
Okay. No. I'm saying.
Now you're just saying the same shit.
This is from also.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay. No. Wait.
Real quick.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Can't finish. Go ahead.
Okay.
Apologize.
I'm gonna remember. I'm not gonna remember that.
Would you have turned down $6.5 million if you were him?
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
we gotta talk about that. That's what I was gonna ask you about. But continue with your list. I want to step on your list.
Okay, Trinidad Chambliss.
Okay,
my number 3 quarterback. I think he flew up my draft board. Really strong performance in the playoffs.
Joel, he's older than Drake May.
Right.
That's true. Look, this is not a deep quarterback draft, right?
Okay.
So I feel like
flagging.
The idea, I think that's kind of the problem with Todd's list is that maybe there's a reasonable argument for some people that Carson Beck could be the second best quarterback in the league. But would you rather have Trinidad Chambliss or would you rather have Carson Beck?
Honestly, I'd have to look at it more. But
depends on the franchise. But I love Chambliss.
Right?
I love Chambliss. But I feel like Carson Beck has the tools.
Man, I mean, he's had the truth. I mean, you talk about an old motherfucker. I mean, Carson Beck has been in college for 7 years, man.
He's old too, yeah.
He's not. 23. I mean, he's not going to get much better. He's not going to get much more athletic. Also, his team is afraid of him. They don't want to lean on him. They don't want to have to depend on him. To me, that doesn't seem like the guy that should be the second quarterback drafted in the NFL. But, you know, hey, I don't get paid as the draft analyst or whatever. But I reserve the right to disagree with Todd McShay on that.
Absolutely. Trinidad Chambliss is a guy that a lot of people are going to be high on because of the way he played and some of the things that he can do. Who else you got?
I thought 3 was enough. Y'all want more?
You said top 5.
Top 5.
Okay. All right. Garrett Nussmeier.
You got Nussmeier? Yeah.
Nussmeier. I got Nussmeier number 4. Assuming he's healthy. He's fully healthy. He was I think you can kind of get a little value on him because people thought he was going to go a little bit higher last year. He could have came out last year, right? But I think people are over-determining for him playing behind bad offensive line, not quite the weapons that they've had in the past. And he was hurt.
He was hurt. He was hurt.
All right. Okay. Yeah, so that's my 4. That's number 4 on my list. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You ready for number 5?
Ready.
Okay. I'm really trying to decide here between Tailgate Green and Carson Beck.
Between Tailgate Green and Carson Beck.
Yeah.
Tailgate Green from Arkansas.
Tailgate Green from Arkansas. That's right.
Okay.
He's 23 years old, so he's a little older on the older side too. Okay. Yeah. Much better athlete. Feel like he's got a lot more of a ceiling than Carson Beck. I feel like you kind of know what you're going to get with Carson Beck, you know? But Tailgate Green, I was like, I look at him, I was like, he's got some athleticism. You know, Petrino was able to use him in some fun ways. So I got Tailgate Green over him.
Okay. Yeah. So you got Tailgate Green, and this is no shot at Tailgate Green, but the guys that came into this year as the highly touted prospects, the Cade Klubniks, the Drew Hollers, all of those guys, nobody, not fucking with any of them.
Yeah, nah, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man. I think they lost a lot. Look, the thing I've never seen it with Cade Klubnik, man. There's somebody, and again, the first good game Drew Aller plays against a good defense will be the first one I've ever seen. Time.
I get that.
I've never seen it.
I'm not saying that you're wrong. Okay.
What about Mateer, Joel?
It's a little too small. Not a great enough athlete. I don't trust his judgment. You know. I just see that he's always good for a couple of dumb turnovers a game. And I was looking at him trying to escape people running. I was like, you know who it reminds me of a little bit? Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was a really good.
He was the number 1 pick.
Yeah, no, right. But I'm talking about in terms of athleticism. In terms of athleticism, I was like, Baker Mayfield's not going to make his living running away from guys in the NFL. Right. And I feel like that's a big part of what John Mateer does. Like John Mateer was for most of the season, Oklahoma's leading rusher. If that's the way that he has to make his living in the NFL, he will get killed out there.
Yeah, he's got no chance if he's running the football like that. That's for sure.
Yeah, so y'all were trying to shit on my draft knowledge. I gave y'all a nice segment there.
I'm not shitting on your draft knowledge at all.
We just wanted to hear it.
This is like
you were so upset
Joe, this is like we'll let the audience decide how they feel about Joel's big board. This is like the 3rd or 4th time now that you brought up the fact that McShay has Carson Beck as QB2, which told me that you have a bone to pick. So I was just trying to figure out.
Let me see what I can say about this that won't get.
It's just us. Say whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I feel like if Carson Beck didn't look like Carson Beck, that nobody, this wouldn't, that people would be like, oh, that guy's actually not good at football.
So So how does Carson Beck look?
Yeah,
just kind of guess. Use y'all imaginations.
Are you doing like the Ice Age thing, or what do you mean?
What are you talking about? Are you talking about his looks in terms of?
Like kind of looking like prehistoric? Nah, I'm talking about him being white.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if Carson Beck was black, people would all of a sudden be like, "Oh yeah, he's not athletic." Because I'm hearing they're like, "Oh, Carson Beck can move a little bit. Get the fuck out of here," you know. And then I'm like looking at him, and again, his team is terrified to depend on him. They do not want to have him to make decisions. This is in college against college defenders. It's not going to get any easier in the NFL. He did
drive his team down.
He just won a game in the
legacy drive.
Great Ole Miss defense.
On his arm and his legs, drove his team down for victory.
Yeah,
to go play for a national championship.
That's right.
So if they are scared to depend on him, they maybe shouldn't be, because he just delivered in a big way.
Let's see them do it again. You know, again, no one person is the reason a team loses, but the disproportionate amount of the blame probably should go to Carson Beck for them losing those 2 games. SMU and Louisville through 4 picks. Right. They have a great team around him, and he was still fucking it up, man. Just going out there all willy-nilly. And I don't mean to talk about the kid. He seems, like he's been through a tough time or whatever. I feel sorry for Carson Beck sometimes. I look at him, I was like, man, you don't seem happy, brother. But
he's in the national championship game. He seems pretty happy.
Yeah, but the thing is, they talk about, the team rallies around Carson Beck. And when they say that, it's not because things have been going well in the past. You don't rally around somebody for whom everything.
Well, he was getting overhated in the offseason. The Cavender twin that he was dating broke up with him. They were all making fun of him. They said he had no friends.
His car got stolen.
His car got stolen. He had tough, so people had to rally around him.
Joe, I have to be honest with you. You are a fascinating podcaster. This right here, I'm not even joking. I don't know I don't have a retaliatory take, but just listening to you unpack all of this, we've gotten to Carson Beck is now the beneficiary of the structural racism. We've gotten.
You're saying he's a white savior.
I will say this, just from what I've watched with Miami, it seems as if his teammates fucking love him.
Yeah.
It seems as if they love him. He's talking on the sideline. He's being deferential. He's talking about team ball. Guys are getting in the shot, and they are talking about how much they love their QB. It seems as if his teammates love him.
Yeah. I'm glad that they're coming to him, because remember, it was just earlier this year that people were upset. He was blaming his teammates and stuff, right? So obviously, they see there's something about him that they find to be endearing. I want everybody to find a place where you appreciate it. And I feel like Carson Beck has found that in Miami. And that's great. If he wins a national championship down there too, he'll be remembered fondly forever. One of the most fun programs to be remembered fondly at. So that'll be to all the Georgia fans, we didn't need you, whatever, that would be great for him. I guess I'll root for that to happen for him and to have a good life.
You mentioned stories, so that leads us to our one big question, which I think is a fascinating one. Which team winning would be the best for college football moving forward? Because it does feel like Indiana, obviously, from one of the worst programs in all of college football history to a national championship would be insane. For Miami to be back as the number 1 team in college football would also be insane. And for them to win a national championship before ever winning the ACC would also be unbelievable at this point. So, Van, I go to you first. Which one would be better for the sport moving forward?
Indiana is not close. Indiana wouldn't just be a great college football story. Indiana would be a fantastic sports story, a fantastic pop culture story. The job that Cignetti and really everyone that's involved in the Indiana football program have done there is nothing short of miraculous. This just doesn't happen. You do not go from being whoever you want to be, whatever team you want to put out there. You know what the best team is? The best example of it is Indiana. There's not an example that's better than Indiana. You don't go from being Indiana, a team that doesn't have any type of football identity, to a team that seems unbeatable in the amount of time that Cignetti has them playing like that. With Mendoza winning a Heisman with his personality, with all the other storylines that are surrounding the school, it just doesn't happen. And for them to finish that off, if they were able to finish it off, it's already one of the greatest stories in sports history. But for them to finish that off would be such a sign of so many different things. Miami coming back, overcoming adversity, Carson Beck's resurgence, all of the stuff that they have that goes along with the culture in Miami, how much
winning in Miami,
all of that stuff. Number one, I get it. But the Indiana stuff is beyond. The Indiana stuff is, that's Buster Douglas type shit. That's a guy. Think about what Buster Douglas was as a boxer. If you go back and you watch that fight, Buster Douglas didn't win that fight on a miracle punch.
Oh, man.
He started whooping Mike Tyson's motherfucking ass from the beginning of the bell to the end of the bell. And what you wonder is what got into him that night that made him an unbeatable heavyweight for that night. A guy named Rummy's Corner on YouTube calls him Tokyo Douglas. He doesn't even call him Buster Douglas. When he's talking about Buster Douglas, he goes, who could it be that Buster Douglas on that night? When you think about Indiana, it makes you ask so many questions. What is Cignetti doing?
Mm-hmm.
What type of buy-in? How did they know when they gave him the big contract? How did they know that what they had was this dominant? How do you take a college football program from being hapless to victorious and dominant? Like, that's the kind of stuff that you build story around. And that's what would happen if they were able to finish it off.
Yeah, man. I mean, just so I remember back in 2021, and this is so the year after the COVID season, where Indiana had a pretty decent season with Michael Penix, man. They won like 6-2 or something like that. Cause the games were weird that year because of COVID. And then the next year, Michael Penix got hurt, and then he transferred to Washington. And I just was thinking, I was like, man, that sucks for Indiana. I was like, that's probably the best it's ever going to be. And if you had just come to somebody in that moment, Michael Penix is transferred, he's off to the University of Washington with Kalen DeBoer, and somebody said, well, don't worry, 5 years later, they're going to be the number 1 seed in an expanded playoff and more than a touchdown favorite in the championship game against Miami.
8.5 points.
8.5 points.
What could you? Nobody would believe that. Like, it would be impossible. You'd be like, what drugs are you on? Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy. Nobody would have believed that, but it's actually happening. And so, like Van said, look, when we posted about this on Instagram, and people were like, Van's idea to make a movie out of this, do a Disney-fied thing, is actually a great idea because it's right. This stuff doesn't happen. And when it does, we make movies about it, or they become big moments in sports. Think the Jets winning the Super Bowl in 1969. They win Super Bowl III, or Texas Western winning it. Now the UTEP in the started all Black 5 against Kentucky. NC State winning. Remember,
1983.
Northwestern going to the Rose Bowl. And they weren't even a great team, and everybody kind of knew it at the time. They were a good team, but not a great team. And they went to the Rose Bowl in '94, and it was a huge deal because nobody.
What was the running back that they had, the light-skinned brother?
Darnell Autry.
Autry, yep.
Darnell Autry.
He went on to become an actor. He started an acting career.
Is that right? Huh.
Yeah, I think he wanted to be an actor, Darnell Autry did, I think.
That's right.
Nnamdi Asomugha.
Nnamdi Asomugha. That's right. Kerry Washington, shout out.
Shout out.
Yeah, so that's... If you can't have transcendent players who can captivate the rest of the country, like a Magic or Larry, then you want a team with a great story. Because it's not only does it give your sport like these moments of inflection where people remember, we're going to remember this Indiana team forever, but also somebody or a bunch of somebodies in this country right now are looking at Indiana and thinking, oh, we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
We could do that. That's good for the sport, man.
Yeah, the greatest story is to inspire others, right? I mean, that's really what a story is. A great story is something that gives people hope and says, hey, this is possible. And Indiana has created something that is definitely possible at this point. And it is so impossible to the experts. On this show, we do one thing. We hold experts accountable, damn it. And
right.
The experts, this was the overreaction of the week. The experts were so upset that they all started tweeting kind of in unison something similar to this. This is the Bear, Chris Fallica. He said this, and there was multiple people that said something very similar. They tweeted this. It's almost like Indiana knows what play/look is coming almost every down. They are so well prepped. But the implication, and you saw this across the experts in college football, where they kept saying things along these lines, and then there started to be kind of this underbelly, this rumbling, and there was a conversation that was being had that there's no way. People were so upset that Indiana was this dominant against Oregon that because we live in such, dire times and everyone kind of seems to be negative for the most part, everyone immediately went to, well, Indiana must be cheating. That's how far this thing went in the opposite direction. It wasn't like, wow, what an incredible story. It was like, well, for them to be this good and to know that Dante Moore is going to throw a little out route and pick it off and take it to the house like Pons did to open up that game, there must be some reason for them to cheat or be cheating. And there was like these weird conspiracies about the cloud and teams uploading things to the cloud, and they were being able to pull things from the cloud. Van, I'll go to you first because you mentioned this is something we should talk about. How insane is it that we can't even accept that Indiana is doing this, that we must assume they are cheating, and we can't even give them the credit that they're due?
I hate this type of shit.
Me too.
If you're going to accuse someone of this, if you're going to accuse someone of this, you have to have ironclad proof. Other than that, you sound like a straight up whiny bitch.
Wow.
Straight like that.
Wow.
I'm with you.
Like one time we was playing a Madden. And one of my homeboys said, you know what, I'm losing because I got grease on my controller because it was. I was like, man, you ain't even had no pizza yet, boy. If you don't get this motherfucking, take this motherfucking L.
Butterfingers.
If you don't get this motherfucking ass whooping and shut the fuck up, get off the sticks. If all you gonna have is an excuse. Nigga, Aaron Rodgers going crazy right now. That's what's happening to you. You know what's happening to you? Deuce McAllister is happening to you.
Yeah.
That's what's happening to you. That's what's going on. You're insane it right now. Joe Horn going crazy. That's what's happening. Right? Shut the fuck up. And I don't like this type of thing. If someone has legitimate evidence that Indiana in some way is doing this not above board, by all means, make that evidence plain. It wouldn't be the first time we've seen it, right? The Astros, Joel's team, bunch of fucking cheaters. You got Connor Stallions, and you never raise the roof alone. Everybody got to raise the roof.
Yeah, that's right.
You got Connor Stallions. You know, you have situations. You have
I don't want to raise it for the
Spygate.
cheaters, but you're right. There are a lot of cheaters out there.
Hey, you have Spygate. Even with my own Saints team, you have Bountygate.
Yeah.
Which is not getting a competitive advantage, but definitely doing things to hurt players and stuff like that, right? So it's not like it's something that we can't fathom, but if you ain't got no evidence of it, if you can't prove it, then you just sound like a fucking broad. Shut up.
Wow.
Like you do. You sound like a hoe. You sound like hoe shit.
Wow. This is hoe
this
shit.
is the
Circles back.
hoe shit that y'all support.
Take the L. That's right. It is true. It is some hoe shit. Yeah, man. Take the L.
So it's really been making me sick. And it's a slap in the face to what Kurt Signetti, Fernando Mendoza, and Indiana, what the team has been able to do and the type of football that they play. They are disciplined. They are well studied. They play nasty. If there's something more than that, bring it to the table. If not, strap it up, line it up, and try your best against them.
And social media is where this all drummed up. And Indiana football linebacker Aiden Fisher, he was asked about this, and he was disgusted. Here's his quote. He said, "It's ridiculous to me. We watch film, we study, we prepare." So the fact that this was like a social media BS kind of like, circle jerk that kind of got spread based on some weird tweets, just from, like I said, experts started it by making these kind of like implications that, wow, they must know what plays they're running. Then it went from there to like the Cloud and Mark Cuban. I mean, the conspiracy just got completely out of whack, and it got to the point where they're asking the players about this. Joel, I know you feel the same way. I mean, how insane is this?
Well, I mean, I think it is weak, and no surprise it's happening on Twitter. No, y'all don't need to be on Twitter in the first place. That shit ain't, I bet it's not happening on Blue Sky. But so let me just, the preamble.
What are they skeeting over there?
Not that kind of whole shit, Nah.
They're not even talking about football.
That's where I do my weekly college football. Okay, Billy. So
Billy wanted us to point out to the
language.
audience that Joel sends us tweets daily, so he's still on Twitter,
right.
or X or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Right? I am. I'll read it. But I don't. Well, I guess I do post over there a lot.
Yeah, you do post. What are you talking
because
about?
Because of y'all,
you go at people.
That's
your
right.
entire
That's
back
how
and
this
forth.
all happened.
Your entire back and forth with Red CFB was on Twitter.
No. You know what happened?
You had a USA basketball coach texting me being like, "Why is your co-host going at all these people?"
By the way,
really
texting about shit that ain't got nothing to do. You got mad at Steve Nash on Twitter like that. That was some different shit. Like Steve Nash is talking about the differences in the capitalist structures in terms of Europe to the United States.
I'm tired of people talking about the U.S.
I'm like, what is Joel on?
I'm just tired of that complaint. I just don't want people to complain about basketball culture in America anymore. This is old. Stop it. But here's the thing. I wasn't on Twitter before I started fucking with y'all, man, because I got off of Twitter and y'all were over there and you were like, this was an early conversation that we had. Yeah, you misspelled applause, Billy. That's right. He's trying to cap on us in the chat. But anyway, let me get back to my point. Go back to Indiana. Podcast. Yeah, that's right. Let me go back to Indiana. I do think that we tend to underrate cheating of bending the rules as a factor in the games we watch, from spying to PEDs, whatever. Like I saw this clip on Instagram the other day. DJ Williams was talking about playing for Josh McDaniels with the Browns, and he was like, "Man, yeah, we would start." He was like, "Man, we were like 8-0," and he said, "Josh McDaniels said if you stand right here, he's gonna throw it right to you." Blah blah blah. And then, I think later in the year, one of McDaniels' homeboys or somebody on the staff got fired. They got caught, recording people's practices. And then DJ was like, "Oh man, we was cheating." He was like, "No wonder we were so good." So I do think that people underestimate that. And look, it used to be a lot more common as a reporter to cover practices in college football. You could go out there, watch it, report on roster stuff, injuries or whatever. You can't.
Even when I was in college, I went to practices and got the right practice reports. Yeah.
You can't do that no more. And
you get 15 minutes and they don't show you anything.
And I've seen the LSU practice field. It's covered with that privacy screen. So you can't even look in there and see them practice. You can hear them, but unless you have a drone, you can't see what's going on there. And you know why? Because these dudes be cheating. Like, the coaches know what goes on up there. And they're so neurotic about their information getting out and everything. And so it's just like, that coaches will do anything to win. Like, there's no limit to that. Even your boy, Tate, Belichick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
what's his name?
Trying to find that edge. Belichick.
Okay.
What did I say?
Okay.
It sounded like you said Belichick.
Y'all were ready to pounce. I'm gonna move on. So, so I understand why people want to reach for like why Indiana is doing this. Mm-hmm. Just let it go, man. Don't worry about this. This story's not gonna last forever, bro. Enjoy this team. Just assume to be like me. I assume everybody's cheating, man. In football and
so let me ask you this:
studying tendencies isn't cheating, though. And the fact that I mean that to me is
if you are hacking ridiculous. Other people's work product and looking at that, anything that you can get from what's put on tape on the field is one thing. But if you're studying other people's work product and you hack, that would be one thing. There's no evidence that anyone is proven to make that assertion.
I'm not accusing of anything.
Does the age thing, which people are really glomming on to now, does that in any way kind of move you guys? The fact that Indiana is a team that is full of the 5th and sometimes 6-year players, and one of the guys, the funny tweets like, "Man, number 7 played with Trevor Lawrence at Clemson." Just to say that out loud is crazy. It's just, I know it's not as much time as what we would think, right? But to say that out loud is just that's a funny thing to say. Yeah. Does the fact that they are older change any of this to you guys, or is that a legitimate criticism?
Tate, you want to go first?
I don't think it's a legitimate criticism. If they have eligibility, they can play. And it's also the COVID year threw everything out of whack. It's happening in college basketball as well. And everybody was like, how do we get old quick? And that's how you win. A lot of teams have done it, and it works. It makes sense. And Cignetti, I mean, it's more about the evaluation, if anything, of these players than the fact that they're older. And yes, experience help. Yes, it does make a difference. But Carson Beck, as we mentioned before, I mean, he's 23 years old too. So it's not like there's any sort of difference. And I promise you this, the number one playmaker offensively on the field is a high schooler. And his name is Baby Jesus, Malachi Toney. So, I mean, he's going to be a difference maker in this game. And I don't think his age is going to be any sort of issue. And we saw pictures of him like with Mark Richt when he was like 11 years old. And like Carson Beck was in college when he was 11 years old. So, I mean, the age thing for Indiana, everybody's just trying to find something to pick at Indiana to make it make sense. But at the end of the day, just give them credit. I mean, they've earned the right to get the credit.
I tried to text Mark Richt about that. About that picture, man.
Love Coach Rick. He's the best.
Yeah, he's dope. He did respond, but he didn't give me a lot. He didn't give me as much as I thought I was gonna get. But I was like, man, were y'all really doing this? Does that picture look familiar? He said, yeah, whatever. But anyway, point of this is that
he's flying down there. He'll be at the game.
I bet he will, man. There's a lot of people gonna be down there. Not me, but just whatever. But look, man, like again, nothing credible has come out about Indiana. Enjoy it, man. And also just take solace in the fact that nobody holds on to all the tricks forever. Like the people discover the market inefficiency and they take advantage of it. And then the key, and it's kind of like why Nick Saban was as good as he was for so long, is like staying ahead of the people that are chasing you, man. It's like figuring out, okay, I got to run a spread offense. Okay, I could do that. whatever. I lean into a quarterback instead of having a defensive based team or the strength of the team is defense. I had to do that. People would do it, but then people will figure it out and it will go on. Enjoy Indiana this year. Don't worry about if they're cheating or not. Just like the Astros. H-Town, we won the World Series a couple times, and they can try to take it from us or whatever, but they ain't doing that. We won.
It's over.
Yeah, it's
Can't take it back. Bonnie Gate championship. We got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get Tate's team.
Yeah, fake classes they had at UNC. Y'all still did stuff.
Yeah, you had to write papers. I still am upset about that. Like, you had to write papers. So.
Oh, you contesting.
Oh, it was all thrown out. I mean, read the Weinstein report. It was all made up. It was all
Tate breaking a little news.
Weinstein report, okay.
Yeah, go read that. Yeah. Take your time.
So the Weinstein report exonerated UNC from all of this.
It basically was like this was a witch hunt. You know what I mean?
Really?
As we all knew.
Oh,
as we all knew.
Wow.
Boots on the ground.
All right, with the break. I mean, I did not know that.
Report.
Yeah, check that out. Yeah, me too.
You got about 1,000 pages. So,
I'm not reading that.
Maybe there's a summary somewhere.
Yeah,
ChatGPT can get you a summary for sure.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, look, everybody's got to try to find an edge. We understand that. It was funny though, Van. You sent us that graphic that someone made where it was the number of players that were this age in the NFL versus it was 23 to 25 on Indiana versus the NFL, and there was more on Indiana than the NFL. So everyone's just trying to find some reason to pick at Indiana, and I understand it because they are Indiana. But can we give them just this is their first time appearing in a national spotlight like this, and I guess it's it kind of comes with the territory.
You know what it is to me? I'm not gonna out this particular name, right? Because we've talked about other situations with my friends. My homeboy, all of my homeboys, the name of the crew was the Player Proof Crew. So everybody thought. Everybody thought it was, it's all players and all that stuff like that.
You had caps.
No, I'm a G.
Did y'all have gear? Yeah, no, I'm a G.
That's your own G's. One of the guys. We didn't have caps, but we had a saying that we would say in the club.
Oh, what was it?
Player proof, motherfuckers, mob dogs for sure. Woo, woo, I want to hit that hoe. That's what we were saying. Player proof, motherfuckers, mob dogs for sure. I want to hit that hoe.
Y'all ain't got no numbers, dog. No, get out of here, dog. Y'all did that in front of the girls, man.
To each other.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not joking at all. If you about to make any jokes as if them niggas, because I'm not gonna speak for myself, as if them niggas didn't have it, anybody from Baton Rouge is gonna tell you you're wrong. Ian, Gino, Ryan, Brian, Trey, Emmett, Van, Dedrick, Chris Toombs, whoever you want to, anybody from Baton Rouge is gonna tell you that you're wrong. You can go do your own research.
You went to the club, got it done, huh? You cleared them out.
Whatever, for whatever reason. But there was times when there was holes in the pimping, and this was funny because this is how kind of what I feel like people are doing in Indiana. So there was holes in the pimping at times. One of my homies, he had a girl because everybody always had a main lady. One of my homeboys had a girl.
Yeah.
She went to college. Met somebody else.
Yeah.
Somebody that was
an old story.
She went to college. She met somebody else. Somebody that was a little older.
Yeah.
Somebody that was this. Somebody that was that. And what he was doing is what college football fans are trying to do to Indiana. They trying to figure out why it's working. Right? He looks at him and on this girl, he feel like, man, I look better than him. I got this, I dress. Like, why is it working? Why is it working? And what I said to him is the same thing I say to y'all. She like him, dog.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Stop worrying about it and worry about what you got to do. Compete. Like, it's working.
Yeah,
you can try to say that they hack in the cloud. You can try to say that they old. You can try to say whatever. You can try to find holes in what you perceive, or you can focus on yourself and what you got to do to win.
Man, your homeboy was slim, dog. He was like, you let that nigga Terry Bone, and I know I look better than that nigga. I know I look
that's
better.
The whole thing. You let that nigga Terry Bone.
I
look better than that nigga. But after a while, I mean, this ended up being like a whole thing. Like, ended up coming to the house on Easter. There was a whole Easter Sunday debacle. There was a pair of shoes that somebody had gotten given, and all of this stuff was so funny. And this is like going against the whole thing because they can't just deal with the fact that whatever homie is doing is working. What they got going on in Indiana is working. You make yourself look crazy if you're going through it with a fine-tooth comb, trying to invent excuses for losing to them.
Man. You saying your boy's girl, man, she wasn't player proof. You know what I'm saying? Your homeboy's girl, she wasn't player proof. You know?
I mean, look, I don't want to get into this because I mean, look, this was always the funny thing to me. The funny thing to me always was, if you look at yourself, and this is another thing for college football, if you are a blue blood, you always get to the point to where you realize your blood is not quite as blue as you thought it was.
Oh.
That's what happened to Alabama or Oregon or Ohio State or whomever. You're looking at somebody, it's a new kid on the block, and you realizing that your blood is not as blue as you thought. You spent a lot of money. You didn't spend enough. You got a lot of 5 stars. You ain't got enough. You got a coaching staff with all this experience. They ain't got enough. Whatever you doing is not enough, because when you get on that football team or on that football field with Indiana, they fucking splat you everywhere.
That's right. Splat.
Splat. There you have it. We're gonna take one more. We're gonna take one break here. When we come back, we're gonna give our final thoughts on the CFP championship game. Maybe just some things to watch in the game that we're gonna be looking at, and then we'll do a little big band on campus. We'll have some parting shots, and Billy Gill. We'll have him back on the show and see if Billy has any thoughts on what Joel's got going on. So we'll be right back after the break. Ringer Tailgate is brought to you by FanDuel. The divisional round is where the NFL's best takes center stage. And with everything on the line, FanDuel is turning on playoff mode because all customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day waiting for you in the app. More boost means more ways to level up your playoff bets. FanDuel makes it fast, easy, and fun to get in on the playoff action. And when your bet wins, you get paid instantly. So visit FanDuel.com/tailgate and grab your profit boost pack every playoff game day. Must be 21 or older and present in select states, or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. Let's get here. One just thing that you're going to watch. I'll give you mine first, and then I'll let you guys go from there. I'm watching to see who wants the ball first in this game. We saw Ole Miss. They decided that they wanted the ball first. They wanted to put the Miami defense on their heels. It was a great moment with Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis like, oh, they want that. You know what I mean? Like you can see that in real time where they're like, oh, they really want to see that they can do something to this Miami defense. I want to see if Fernando Mendoza in Indiana, if they act out of character. If they want the football first to kind of get Miami playing behind, get them on their heels a little bit, if they want to see what this Miami defense is about, or if they're going to go with the script, defer to the second half, do what they've done for the rest of the season. And if Carson Beck gets the ball first, what does Miami's offense look like? So for me, I think that's the first game within the game that's going to start this out. Joel, do you think that's a big conversation point in those buildings heading into this game?
It is really interesting, right? Because I understand the idea. We want to prove a point. We're going to take the ball down the field on y'all. But I don't know. Obviously, I don't know Kurt Signetti personally. But knowing what I seem to know about the dude is that, no, we do what we do. You know, you're not going to get us off our game. That's why I'm Kurt Signetti. This is why we're Indiana. So I don't think that they can be rattled in that way. And, you know, one thing about having a bunch of old dudes is they've seen a lot of shit, man. There's a lot of situations, a lot of games they've been in where they've been down, things have not gone right. You know, receivers not getting open, ball seems slippery that day, whatever, and they've been able to overcome it. So I don't think that they would do anything different like that. But yeah, if they did do something like that, it would be interesting, because if I'm Indiana and I'm cursing that, I was like, I don't have to prove shit to Miami. We number one. You know, we didn't lose to Louisville and SMU, right? And so we don't have to prove we tough. We're a 8.5 point favorite. So yeah, I don't see that happening, but if it does, it's definitely something I'll be looking out for.
For me, I want to see how Mark Fletcher Jr. looks. I want to see whether or not the Miami offensive line, which is a good offensive line, but has a tendency sometimes to make mistakes, get penalized. Sometimes as a unit, they have some lapses and some lows. I want to see how committed Miami is to the run and whether or not they can lean on Indiana from the start of the game with Fletcher. Fletcher, to me, as much as we talk about Beck, Mendoza, Cooper, whoever else is playing in this game, Tony, Fletcher, to me, is going to be the guy that determines the outcome of this game, of course, in turnovers as well.
Nobody would ever believe it, but Van and I have more in common than you think. Because I don't have that verbatim in these notes, but I have Mark Fletcher maybe has a case as the MVP of the CFP, right? He had 17 carries first playoff game, 19 against Ohio State, 22 just last week against Ole Miss. He's getting even more important to them as the season goes along, and they're finding that they can rely on him, and also that that offensive line has been able to establish control. And so they're like, you know what? Instead of leaning on QB2 Carson Beck, maybe we should, take advantage of our real strengths, which is that we got maybe one of the best offensive lines in the country and a 6'2", 225-pound running back, a grown man that anybody would get tired of tackling after 3 quarters of that.
And Marty Brown. I know Fletcher's been great too, but Marty Brown has been from North Dakota State. He's been a nice change of pace for them and also been able to relieve Fletcher. I do feel like both these teams have 2 great, stable running backs, and it does feel like the running games, being able to get 3, 4, 5 yards, get ahead of the chains, is the reason why both of these quarterbacks have been able to play a little bit more free because of those running games. So it is a fascinating matchup. The coaching matchup between these 2 coaches. We've heard a lot of things about Cignetti, obviously, but we haven't talked about Cristobal. Cristobal has been a bit of a psychopath this entire journey, and he's been very focused on the football and not letting side distractions really get in the way. He was very upset about the corporate people on the stage. He's like, why is my football team not on the stage?
I did see that.
Which was a very funny moment. But the Cristobal of it all, Van, he's had some head-scratching decisions in the past. Are you worried about him having one of those kind of hiccups in this type of game, or do you think this is maybe a time where Cristobal proves some of those doubters wrong?
Now, in a game that's going to be, in my opinion, this competitive, you're always worried about any potential weakness that a team has. And Mario Cristobal could be a potential weakness for Miami. Tell you one thing now. There's one thing that is true. Those guys are ready to run through a fucking wall for him.
Yeah, for real.
Cignetti as well. He has his guys as well. Those guys in Miami right now, they believe. They don't think they're the second best team. They don't. They don't think they're the second best team. They keep telling us over and over and over again that they're the best team in the country. The way you engineer a drive, like they engineered at the end of the game against Ole Miss, is really through belief. You cannot in any way think that you're not going to win the game if you execute that type of drive. You go, look, we got to go out here and do what it is that we do, and then we take it home. Now, they weren't playing Indiana. They were playing Ole Miss. Ole Miss had a fantastic season, not trying to take anything away from them. But I'm saying it's going to be different when they line it up on Monday. But, with Cristobal, as motivated as he's going to have his players, as much belief as they're going to have, you do worry about timeout usage. You worried about maybe how things are called. He is an emotional guy. And there are times when the emotion of it seems to overwhelm him. Although I will say the last couple of games, he's been a lot better.
Yeah. The last time we saw Miami, they were getting hoed and they were playing stupid, right? It looked like it was all falling apart in the fourth quarter. They got the targeting call, then they got that the call that actually was a cheap shot, that lineman that dove into
that was a bad, stupid
Keywan Lacey. Yeah, his shoulder. One of the dumbest penalties I've seen this
also,
year.
4 dropped interceptions?
Yeah, man, that
was starting to piss me the fuck off. Man, catch the fucking ball, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, for sure.
Miami was so much better than Ole Miss. And then all of a sudden it cost them. And then their defense didn't hold up the end of the bargain. Trinidad Chambliss went down the field on their ass at the end of the game.
Yep.
They didn't, it just, Miami got another crack at it and scored.
It was great play calling by Charlie Weiss Jr. too. I mean, he kind of he knew what was working at that point. Yeah,
they were hitting Daquan Wright. You know what I'm saying? He became important all of a sudden.
We're play calling about who?
Charlie Weiss Jr.
You left something out.
Junior.
Nah, you left something out.
Who?
LSU offensive coordinator. They play calling by him. You left that out.
It's great play.
Show respect.
Future LSU offensive coordinator.
Right. That's right. That's right. So yeah, I don't Cristobal, man. I mean, you know, the thing again, they commit so many errors, and this is a game where there's not really a margin for a lot of error. Indiana is not going to beat themselves. You got to go beat them. And Miami is a classic team. We might think that they were great too, because they lost 2 games they absolutely should not have lost. Like if they do what they're supposed to, we would be looking at this as more of a matchup of equals. But we've seen Miami screw up in crucial moments so many times, and even this year, and even in the last game. And even in the last quarter that we saw them play, that it's hard to think that that's not going to come up in this game.
I rewatched like the key plays of the Penn State Indiana game because I just wanted to see like what did they do defensively to give Mendoza trouble. They gave him a lot of looks at the line, and they dropped out of a lot of looks where you like thought a blitz was coming from. So you know what I mean? Yeah. He's gotten a lot better at reading some of those disguises. He just absolutely drummed up Alabama by being able to kind of see that they were dropping back or whatever it may be. Kind of a lot of the stuff that he struggled with against Penn State, he's gotten better at. We'll see what Miami can do in this game. One last thing I wanted to hit. Sal wanted me to mention this to you guys. So Michael Irvin came on the show, the gambling show at the beginning of the season. He gave Sal 25-1 Miami to win the national championship. Sal put $100 on it. So if Miami wins this game, Sal is going to have to pay the playmaker $2,500 for the national championship. And he did call it from the start of the season. He's also got a new podcast coming out called The White House Fan.
Yeah. White House.
The White House.
It's called The White House.
Your thoughts on the playmaker? He's having a good
White
House.
Once again, we had some fun with him when he was cranking a goddamn siren. And everybody was like, oh, my God, don't play around. Don't joke. The name of the fucking podcast is The White House.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Grow up. It's funny. All right.
Grow up, Daddy.
To him. Also, congratulations to Pete Davidson. 2 new podcasts on Netflix announced today. Wish them both well.
Yeah.
The White House. So good. Apparently, Rick Ross, the song The White House is the theme song of the show as well. So a lot of Miami love that is happening there. Going to be a great national championship game in Miami. We, again, will be in LA for that game. Now let's flip forward to Joel is sick to his stomach. Big Van on campus. What do you have for us?
I have a declaration. I've really enjoyed college football this season. I've really enjoyed all the ups and the downs. It was not a great year for my LSU Tigers, but we came out of it with a brand new shiny coach, so let's see where it goes. But there's nothing in sports more entertaining than the transfer portal. Nothing. Mm-hmm. Nothing is more entertaining than the transfer portal. Hey, I'm leaving. Walker Howard, the son of Jamie Howard, an LSU alumnus, great, whatever you want to call him. Shout out to Jamie Howard. Walker Howard transferred to Louisiana and now has transferred back to Ole Miss.
Oh, man.
Went to a school, then went back to Ole Miss. Okay. There are guys that, what was the guy that had his athletic department make him a video? Thinking that the video was going to be an announcement that he was staying.
Jordan Seaton, the tackle at Colorado.
LSU was trying to get. Then he ends up using that video and all of those assets to announce that he is leaving. Mm-hmm. The quarterback drama between Williams, was it Williams or Harris from
I meant to ask you.
Let's just call him.
You know what?
Harris
I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
But I mean, what do you think the Harris
Williams?
I have no clue.
Damon Williams.
Between Williams, Levitt, the Sorsby kid that ended up going to Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All of these Bo Perbula or whatever. Perbula. All of
DJ Lagway, who apparently committed to Baylor, but then he didn't commit to Baylor. Yeah.
Are y'all going to jump on Van for mispronouncing names, by the way?
All of this stuff. I know we don't do it. But all of this stuff, the dominoes falling, guys going places, guys.
Hollywood Smothers, Van. He went to Alabama and now he's going to Texas.
Like Texas
Texas going for
going to Alabama. Texas goes, no way, Jose. We got too much fucking bread. Come on down. All of this money, millions and millions of dollars. The transfer portal is a movie. You got billionaires fighting, basically buying players from different places. You have coaches trying to re-recruit players that they've already recruited, trying to wait to see who's left to go out and get someone. You have all of this happening with zero even expectation or zero realization. What word am I looking for? Hold on, let me stop this. Zero guarantee. With zero guarantee that it will end in victory in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
It doesn't seem as if paying for your roster matters, getting your transfers in matters. None of this matters. But every single program is making their hopes and dreams on the next backup cornerback from either Miami or Cal, sometimes from North Dakota State. And watching that is more fun than anything. Every time I open my phone, so-and-so's in the transfer portal with the do not contact. He already knows where he's going. So-and-so's in the transfer portal.
Yeah.
We don't know who's going to get. He looks like, and then you go in the comments, you are a Sooner. You are a Tiger. You are a Longhorn. Come on down to Manhattan, Kansas.
Yep.
This is fun. It's a little galling, and it kind of pushes you a little bit. But the transfer portal, it's more fun than NBA free agency. It's more fun than football free agency. It's more fun than anything that has to do with Major League Baseball, right? This is the most fun thing in sports, watching where these guys are going to end up.
Yeah, you didn't even mention Dylan Raiola going to Oregon, and he's willing to sit behind Dante Moore for one more season, like what Dante Moore did with Dylan Gabriel, which is also fascinating.
That makes me think that Raiola was hurt too a little bit. That like maybe he feels like he needs some more time to heal.
Mm-hmm. I think he also doesn't want the pressure of like, he's like, all right, Dante, you come back. I'll be under you. I'll learn from you. I'll get like a little bit of a year to get away from the Pat Mahomes stuff. It was also awkward because Pat Mahomes had to wear an Oregon jersey for a bet that he lost on January 3rd. And then a week later, he committed to Oregon. And everyone's like, did he see that picture of Pat Mahomes? And he was like, Oregon's a good opportunity for me. That's an interesting wrinkle. Also, we got to give a shout out to our guy, TJ Finley, mentioned in the transfer portal.
That's right.
Came on the show. We explained his piece as to why he wanted to continue playing college football. We pushed back on it. He gave some great responses. Talked about himself in the third person too, which I thought was pretty baller. That was cool.
Let TJ go, man.
Yeah, let TJ cook. And then he's going to Incarnate Word. Not quite what I thought he would be doing, but your thoughts on that, Van?
I think TJ Finley's gonna try for another year.
Yeah, he's not done.
No, because Incarnate Word is not where you ended, is where you started. If you're trying to put together tape and get another NIL bag, you don't end your journey at Incarnate Word. We will be back this year, next year,
next December. TJ's back on the show.
TJ's back on the show talking about that he needs one more year because he balled out at Incarnate Word.
I hope they give it to him. Yeah.
And he balled out at Incarnate Word, and he's going to try to go to another school. I think
he's like, I'm going back to Tulane to use
Tulane.
Yeah,
to Tulane. That's right. That's fine. Good for him. I hope he does it. I hope he gets a bag. I don't know how much Incarnate Word is paying. Presumably not very much, but I know that he said he was making business decisions. So, he's got a couple kids, man. He said you need to provide for them. I'm hoping he can do it. And I'm guessing the thing is he feels like he did say he just needed tape. So this is tape. This is a tape year for him. So hopefully he puts up the tape that he needs, man. San Antonio's a nice city, man. It's nice. Good place.
Yeah, it's going to be in Texas. A lot of good quarterbacks in Texas.
No income tax.
What do you think the transfer portal rankings are right now?
Texas has got to be one, right?
They're two.
Oh,
who's one? Or you want us to guess who's one? It's LSU. You just do it based on your face.
Yeah.
Really?
Little daddy.
How are they number one?
8 4-stars, 1 5-star, 16 3-stars. That's very interesting.
Okay.
Who's the one carrying the class? Sam Levitt?
28 commits along with Sam Levitt. And the number 3 team is very interesting to me as well. The number 3 team with 38 3-stars coming to their school is Oklahoma State.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, yeah. They basically
that was a good hire.
The good players from North Texas who are like all freshmen. They transporting them up to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State should be much better next year for sure. I'm looking at this class.
Very little movement in the transfer portal from our friends over at Notre Dame. Do we think that they have a hold on their head coach? Do you think that their head coach will be around? The NFL teams has not stopped coming or not stopping coming from Marcus Freeman. Do you think?
Whoa.
Do you think Marcus Freeman is going to stay there, or do you think he's going to take a job in the NFL?
I don't think he's going to get an offer in the NFL. I think he's going to get interviews, to be quite frank.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I think this is just good for him. This is good PR for him to be like, the NFL wants me and I'm coming back. You know what I mean? I think he's having a press conference, right? Tomorrow? That's what we heard.
Because of the wrestling thing, some happened a wrestling meet with his son.
I think that was all cleared up now.
I think that got dropped or something like that.
Yeah. I think it's all clear. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm a little skeptical about, because even some of the jobs, I saw the Steelers. They're like, Marcus Freeman would be perfect for the Steelers. I don't know about that. I feel like he's perfect at Notre Dame. Just stay at Notre Dame.
I mean, Notre Dame is a really good job. Yeah, I mean, the thing is about Marcus Freeman is that we don't know if he wants to, it's a great job, but it could be that his wife may be like, I'm tired of living in South Bend, Indiana. I would like to see something else. No offense to South Bend.
Chicago's close by. He can drive.
That is
like,
always
2 hours.
That is always a fallacy to me, because somebody said that to me the other day in these comments about Palo Alto. They're just like, oh, East Palo Alto's across the freeway. You should go over there and do what? I mean, I'm an adult. I'm not going to join a club. I'm not going to join a softball team. I have 2 children to raise. When somebody says something is close to you, that means it is not near you. Mm-hmm. So when I went to college at TCU, they were like, "Oh yeah, that's in the Dallas area. You can go to Dallas. Dallas is an hour away." It was a big event to be able to go to Dallas from Fort Worth. You can't. If you're in South Bend, you're in South Bend. You cannot move to South Bend because it's close to Chicago. If you want to be in Chicago, you got to move to Chicago. You can't move to South Bend.
It's hard to afford Chicago, you know what I mean?
I thought Chicago was one of the more affordable big. Maybe
it is.
Before I moved to Maryland, Chicago was number 3 on my list.
What were the first 2?
Yeah, give us the list.
Atlanta, and Chicago, and then Houston.
There you go.
Yeah.
So Chicago it looks like it's an hour and 30 minutes away from South Bend.
It's too far.
Like when I went to the Notre Dame game, I stayed in Chicago, and then we took a car out to the game. Yeah,
it's an hour 30 on the train if you take the train.
Yeah, well,
there you go.
My homeboy got his MBA from Notre Dame, so that's one of the times I went up there, and that was a big part of the trip, being on the train from Chicago to South Bend. I was like, oh, that was an event. It took a while. So yeah, man, that's not Marcus Freeman, man. His wife has to like South Bend. I'm saying she might.
When you drive from South Bend, it looks like, do you have to drive here? Do you have to drive through Michigan here? No, you don't.
No.
Michigan's on the other side. But
you're probably going through Hammond.
You're going just Indiana.
Yeah, it's Indiana here, and you pass by Michigan City is what I saw. Then you drive up. Oof. It's 1 hour and 41 minutes away by car, but by train, you straight. But Joel, you're basically saying what? You saying fuck South Bend? Is that?
I mean, bro. I
think South Bend's nice, though.
No,
I think it's nice.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, look,
I've only been there once, so
everybody likes different things, and Notre Dame is a beautiful campus.
It is.
It is a very nice campus.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. I thought it was kind of bleak.
Would it be viewed as him like dodging smoke if he's now not the number one team in Indiana, right? If obviously Signetti and the Hoosiers are the best football team in the state, and then he leaves.
Damn, they're the second best team in the state. I never even
thought about it like that. Yeah, I do. Yeah, do Notre Dame and Indiana, and is there another team in India? Purdue. Yeah. Do they fuck with Notre Dame like that? Is Notre Dame part of that little?
I think Notre Dame is kind of like how Louisville is in Kentucky. It's like their own thing, But it still is Indiana. Counts.
Indiana State. You know what we never talk about before we go? You know what we never talk about? The Great Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
They're beautiful. Look at this stuff on the map. Lake Michigan, Lake Huron.
Yeah.
Look at Lake Erie, like Lake Superior. How come we never talk about the Great Lakes anymore? Like nobody talks about them. Like when I was a kid growing up, we talk a lot about the Great Lakes.
That's true.
Name all the Great Lakes. It's Great Lakes and all of this stuff. Nigga said, "Fuck the Great Lakes." Really, like when you think about it now,
I think we should change them to the seas. You know what I mean? Because they're so big, they're so large. Like when you see them, they have waves and everything.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
When you fly to Chicago and you see Lake Michigan, it's like,
you're
God
like,
damn, I did not know a lake was that big.
Yeah, it's
when I flew to Chicago for it. It was huge. Yeah,
Dude, pop on real quick. I want to ask you about Great Lakes knowledge.
Because he was just up there. You were up in Minnesota.
Went there.
Really? Oh, dude, Minnesota. That's right.
For Zach Lowe. Yeah.
Can you name all of the Great Lakes?
Michigan.
Okay, that's one.
Huron, right?
That's two. I just said it. That's two.
Yeah, I got to start with those. Erie.
Ooh.
Erie is three.
Ontario.
I'm looking there. Is Ontario one? I guess that's one.
Yeah. You got one more, right?
Oh, yeah. Just one more. Yeah. Oh, man.
Superior.
Yeah.
Hold on. Are you on Wikipedia, bro? That's the exact order that it is on Wikipedia.
I'm looking at them right now. It's like I'm looking at the
man.
lakes.
Is that what you did, Billy? I told you people would cheat, man.
I
told you people would cheat. We underestimate the cheating.
It's a little Google image. Man's like, we're not talking about the Great Lakes enough. I'm like, let's see what there is to talk about these Great Lakes.
I'm looking at them right now. It's actually just a cool little part of the world with all of these lakes and whatnot.
Oh man,
Ontario is right next to Toronto.
Yeah. I fuck with Ontario hard.
On the lake.
The Laker.
Milwaukee is right on Lake Michigan, along with Chicago, right? Mm-hmm. And then you got, Lake Huron. Y'all ain't really got no Lake Huron. I'm not gonna lie, y'all ain't got no stats, bro.
Don't you feel like the Great Lakes greatest legacy?
I don't know what is Collingwood.
Ain't got no cities that's fucking with y'all like
Seawood. People call Collingwood Seawood or the Wood. It's got 24,000 people, man. Come on, dude. Get out there. Collingwood, Ontario. That's on Lake Huron.
Oh yeah, Lake Huron ain't hitting on shit.
Owen Sound.
Like Lake Superior,
21,000 people.
Lake Superior kind of whack on the cool too. They got Thunder Bay, Ontario. I've been there before. Grand Marais, I've been there. Duluth, but if you're talking about really with the cities, it's Lake Michigan that's holding it down between Chicago and Milwaukee. You got Lake Michigan holding it down. Detroit is slightly close to Lake Erie, but it's really not the whole deal. Shout out to Cedar Point if you want to go have some fun, hit them up. Okay. But like you really, it's really not what you would think it would be in terms of these other Great Lakes. Really, Lake Michigan is doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, I mean, Lake Erie's not bad. I didn't mind Buffalo. Buffalo was all right.
Buffalo is on Lake Erie.
So Lake Erie that's the big one.
Okay. Oh, Buffalo's kind of underrated,
Erie,
man.
Buffalo got Lake Erie got Buffalo and Cleveland.
Yep.
Nobody thinks this is what we don't know. Mm-hmm. Nobody thinks
two good football cities.
Cleveland and Buffalo could be connected by a lake. I bet no one thinks those two places. But that lake is gigantic. Like no one thinks that they could be connected.
That's what I'm saying. They're not lakes. They're seas. Yeah. They're too big.
It's like a cruise. Going on a cruise from Buffalo to Cleveland.
And like when the water is frozen and it's off rolling, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
You have not.
Bro, I drove across the country from DC to California when we moved out there.
Nice.
So we went up.
Which route did you do? You went
I did a whole bunch of different shit, man. So
I went southern route when I made my drive.
See, look, so the background is that when I moved to California, my girlfriend, then soon wife, got a fellowship at Stanford. And so we were having a going away party already. And so I proposed to her there. Okay.
Oh, that's sweet.
Right. So we got engaged. 2 kids later,
you know
I'm a G. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm a G. So anyway,
I want to say something.
Okay. I was in the middle of a story, dog.
Oh, my bad. Oh, my God.
Right,
I just noticed something on the map. But go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. I just noticed something on the map.
Go ahead.
Joel, finish your engagement story.
Finish your engagement story, Joe.
This engagement story is not the story. The story is about the trip. So we moved the day after the engagement. And so we were driving across the country. And so we went to Baltimore the first night, went to Boston. That's where her grandmother lived at the time. We drove to Buffalo. I went and saw one of my college classmates and had tacos in Buffalo. Drove and ran around the University of Buffalo. This is when I was really into running, And then we went down to Cleveland.
Fastest 11-year-old
along the lake. You went along the lake.
I had barbecue in Syracuse. What was that about? Oh, actually, I was near Buffalo. Okay. Then you went to Cleveland. I went to Chicago. Spent 2 days in Chicago. Drove down. Went to Memphis. Okay.
Oh, man.
Spent the night in Memphis.
What a trip.
Spent the night in Shreveport.
Okay. You started in Maryland?
Yeah, man.
So you went
we started
really inefficient.
We went northeast.
This is the craziest way to go.
I wanted to see the whole country.
Oh.
Right. I wanted to do that. So that was the first half of the trip. And then we went from Memphis to Shreveport to Houston, then went up to Dallas, Oklahoma City, Denver, Vegas. No, don't say Denver. And then we went to Reno.
You did like a wave. You were like,
it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
That's travel. Yeah, went up, went this way, went down, and went up. Yeah,
Bro,
how long did this take you?
2 weeks.
Yeah. Years.
Oh yeah, it's a long time.
I loved it, man. Oh, dog, Salt Lake City. I stayed in Salt Lake. We stayed in Salt Lake City. That's right.
Salt Lake City is nice, but it just kind of trips you out a little bit.
Oh, Ben, have you ever the Salt Flats? Have you ever been? I pulled my car over just so I could run on the Salt Flats. Also, you know what else happened? I have a thing. I go see college football stadiums or high school, really famous high school ones, if in a way. So I went to University of Wyoming, got out of the car.
Josh Allen.
Ran on the field and took a picture with the entire cheerleading squad.
Oh, shit.
What?
Yeah. University of Wyoming. It's on. It's old. I got to look it up.
Creepy ass guy.
No. You know what happened? Janae is the one that set it up because I was just like, they were out there practicing. And I was like, bro,
tiny shit.
I got to run my 40. I got to run.
It's like so
TMZ knowledge. Don't be,
shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
But it
shout out,
bro. I did not know, bro, that this lake pours all the way out to the ocean, bro. Did you know that?
Which ocean?
The fucking Atlantic Ocean. The one of these lakes. I'm looking at this right now. I see that there is a river.
That's what I'm saying. There's seas.
It pours all the way into the ocean.
Yeah, man.
Into the ocean up here by New Brunswick and no, it's not whatever ocean, whatever little area it is. It pours all the way out to the ocean. This little ocean up here by Quebec City.
Okay. That's what's up.
I don't care. Y'all don't know nothing about America.
Well, I feel like we already.
I do. I like it.
We were good. Sure. It was done. That was enough.
Joel, how is the Great Salt Lake compared to the Great Lakes?
Good question.
Great Salt Lake. So the Salt Flats, I didn't, it is kind of eerie looking. I find that whole part of the country fascinating, like the West and like Utah, Wyoming, all that shit. That's just part of the country that I'm not familiar with, or you would see in a Western. You know what I mean? And so when I see that kind of shit, that gets to me. That makes me almost
so
emotional.
Much space and land. Like if you go to Arizona from California, it's 100 miles of nothing before you get into Phoenix. Like it's absolutely nothing.
What are the 4 states that are the 4 corners?
Oh, you gotta stop asking me questions for maps.
New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Arizona.
Nah, it's not them. That's wrong.
Is it?
Yeah, it's wrong.
Yo, you've been everywhere, man.
Nevada, Arizona, Utah.
No. You got this wrong. That's wrong.
Colorado? Colorado's on one of them. That's right.
You're wrong.
Damn.
You got everything that you just said is not, you don't know anything. Okay.
Okay, hold on, Doc. Hold on. Let me look it up.
Did you go to the Four Corners Monument, Joel?
I've not been to the Four Corners Monument. I've got a hole there. Like I have not been to Arizona. I've only
Oh man, you gotta go to Arizona.
I've only been in the Phoenix airport a bunch of times. That's
Joel, what state is north of Montana?
None. Stop it, dog.
I'm just asking.
Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's the Canadian border. Now, is that Alberta? Is that the province? Is that the province right above Montana?
Bro, that's, like, yeah, they got British. Yeah, it's right above Saskatchewan, bro.
Saskatchewan.
Shout out to Regina. Isn't Regina in Saskatchewan?
Yeah. Regina.
One of my former teammates.
The name that rhymes with fun.
That's right.
It is, but also they have something in Calgary called the Calgary Stampede. And in the 2000s, the 2010s, there was a story about something that happened at the Calgary Stampede. Go look it up. Calgary Stampede scandal. In the 2010s, we covered it on Raise the Roof. Raise the Roof, Joe.
Is it? It's good or bad?
it was good. It depending on who you were. Okay, look.
Oh no.
Okay, now I'm gonna really look it up now. All right, fine.
The Calgary Stampede scandal in the 2010s. I remember I covered it. It made a star out of somebody. Somebody became a star from it.
Really?
Are you looking it up, Tate?
No, I'm waiting for they're looking
sexual
it up.
abuse.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Not that one.
Okay, a different scandal.
Oh, I bet there's a lot of scandals apparently.
All right, we gotta go, man.
Okay, yeah, my kid was running around outside the door, man. I guess
I apologize to the audience.
Didn't get him.
Can you tell us what it is? I need to know now.
Yeah, what happened?
You gotta look it up.
No, bro. Man. I mean, come on, man. This is a lot of shit here.
Calgary Stampede. Calgary Stampede.
I was in New Mexico. I was looking up at White Sands National Park. I went to
Calgary Stampede. Put in Calgary Stampede scandal video.
Scandal video. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay.
No.
Catching up with the Canadian woman from the viral threesome video at her.
Oh wow.
Debut. Okay.
Oh boy.
All right.
This is from Vice.
I saved one horse and rode two cowboys.
Oh, that was a great.
That's what she said.
And she said it with bravado. That's what
I believe
the quote says. She said, I did, she says with bravado. I saved one horse and rode two cowboys.
Man, it's never worth it, man. You get to be famous. You never get to be famous for a long time, man.
What's not worth it?
I just is that kind of notoriety worth whatever happened?
No. You know? You want to be rich, not famous. That's the rule.
Huh. Can't wait till Monday, guys.
Yeah, can't wait till I'll be together again.
Oh man, look, I was going to do the nice thing. Who said that? Oh, okay, Van, because Van got nominated for an NAACP Image Award, and I was going to clap it up for him, man. Congratulations!
Appreciate
let's
you
raise
guys.
the roof for that.
Yeah,
raise the roof.
Shout out to Rachel as well. Shout out to Donnie.
Shout
out Rachel, Donnie, CT, everybody, Jade from the whole higher learning family. Appreciate y'all. Let's go win this award. Everybody, if you're listening, vote on the NAACP's website for higher learning.
Send these people on the NAACP website.
Culture. Go to the NAACP website and learn
something
right
now.
Too.
Man, that's a tough competition, man. You the least famous person in this.
It's very tough. It happens every single year.
Baby, this is Keke Palmer. In my opinion, with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson.
Keke just had a scandal today. She's dating some streamer though, so that might be good for the votes. Yeah,
really, I didn't know that. Oh man,
I love Keke.
It's just too bad because she seems like a really lovely person with just bad judgment.
God damn, what's wrong with Playboy Max, man? He cool.
Okay, dog. All right. Okay.
What's wrong with love, Joel?
What did old boy say? But you a mother though.
But you a mom. Okay.
You a mom.
We really have to go.
Okay.
Because that situation was bad.
All right. Final note. Again, Monday night, we'll all be in LA. We'll all be watching the national championship game. We'll be going live after the national championship game. We'll recap everything that happens. We started with lunch boxes. We talked a little football, and we ended with Calgary Stampede. So there you go. What a ride here on Ringer Tailgate. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and we will see you on Monday night. Must be 21 or older and present in select states for Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.